start by introducing ourselves. So my name is Dominic Flood-McDevitt. I have been really active in the GLAM Wiki work and worked at the Smithsonian, the National Archives, and now at the Digital Public Library of America. And I'll let Jamie and Kevin introduce yourselves too.
Go ahead, Kevin, you're next on the list.
Sure. Hey everyone, I'm Kevin, aka Super Hamster. I'm the software developer on this team, and that's also my day-to-day job. Wiki-wise, I've been an editor since around 2008, and I'm most recently just been helping organize events like Wiki Loves Monuments in the US, Wiki Conference North America, things like that. So nice to see everyone here.
Hi, my name is Jamie Flood. I'm the senior Wikipedia now at the United States Department of Agriculture's National Agricultural Library. I've been there for almost 4 years now. I've been editing for about 7 years. I do a lot of community work, mostly in hosting editathons on various topics. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here is keeping our web presence up and talking to you all. Sorry if you saw my posts a million times, but we're glad you could join us.
Cool. So this is a project funded by the Wikimedia Foundation, a structured data across Wikimedia project. We launched in August last year, or we started our project. We held a first meeting like this in October, I think. I don't know if people are, how responsive people are feeling. Everybody is welcome to maybe in chat, or if we could get a sense. I'm curious how many people here have already used View It or are users, or at least tried it out. Because this what we want to show here is hopefully not just a retread of what you already have seen, but a version that we're rolling out that will be the final and from what we already had shown before. Oh, in September, thanks. So here, like, I just wanted to show, here's where things stand today. This is a screenshot of what an English Wikipedia article looks like with View It installed, with the full version View It installed today. So this is to here to note, images subject are shown at the top on an image carousel there that can be expanded, and also view tab that you can see, which is now located next to the read tab. And if you click an actual gallery that scroll through all the images related to this. So talk a little bit more about the background and how we got here. Assume most people that are here don't need as much background as we gave the first time around September. And then hopefully we can spend most of the meeting demoing the tool live and getting feedback from all of you. So I'm going to start out just like I did the first time, pointing into the installation instructions. And that's knowing that a lot of you might want to, if you haven't already installed, you might want to install it right now and play around with it and not have to wait until we're 30 minutes into the meeting. So you have permission to do that. And also, if you've not made any changes and maybe installed it a few months ago, to note, we rolled out this new full version that I'm showing you as a separate user script, so that things wouldn't suddenly start popping up on people's Wikipedia articles as they're browsing without warning. So if you want to install the full version, you can go follow the instructions there and replace your existing JavaScript code with the new code that you can paste from that page. So how we got here, kind of, I'll go through this quickly of what the tool is, like what it's based on. So Wikidata, which is now not a new project, contains entities for all of the subjects that have Wikipedia articles or Wikimedia content pages on any type of a Wikimedia project, and is used to connect them all via site links. So an example here is the Wikidata page for the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh. So when you look at the English Wikipedia article about this, that page is linked to this, but this page also links all of the Wikipedia articles about this in different languages, as well as the Commons category for it. Structured data on Commons is a newer feature, but it's one of the main features of structured data on Commons is that you can add a statement to a file on Wikimedia Commons that says what that file depicts. There's also other types of descriptive metadata, like creator or other elements you can add. But the main one that's really being is kind of pushed in the interface, and that helps with search is depicts statements. So this is what structured data on Commons looks like, and it's basically like taking the Wikidata approach to files on Wikimedia Commons. So you can see here, this shows that this image at left is what's depicted. The Carnegie Museums of Pittsburgh shows what's depicted in that image. And then finally, what's currently ongoing is the Wikimedia Foundation is engaged in leveraging this structured data to essentially improve search and discoverability across Wikimedia projects with the structured data across Wikimedia project. So one example of that is the media search on Wikimedia Commons, which uses structured data on Commons to enhance the search there. So if you search on Wikimedia Commons now, you're able to search for results in all languages because of Wikidata's multilingual features. Here's an example of that, of how the media search looks now. And as part of that project, also the Structured Data Across Wikimedia project put out a request for proposals for projects that they were sub-granting to, essentially, for projects that would use structured data and develop a tool to search experience on one or more Wikipedias. And that's where our project came from. So our just kind of like broad big picture goal was just to take advantage of the fact that we have all these this set of images on Commons that have depict statements and are therefore connected through those depict statements to articles or other content pages on other Wikimedia projects. So taking advantage of that to actually show images that are relevant to the subject when you're reading or editing or browsing on other Wikimedia projects. If you have installed the tool already with the original version, what we were calling the light version now, that was essentially it gives you a tab, a view tab on your page that links off to our ToolForge project that shows these results. And I'll demo that the light version first, just kind of quickly show that, and then I'll show the full version as well. So some of the things that have changed since the first meeting are we now have localization. You can see instructions on that meta page, which I'll go to in a minute, for how you can contribute in your language if your language isn't yet represented. There are more advanced search options on ToolForge than we had originally. And the full version, which I was already showing, has this new on-wiki viewing experience. Yeah, without showing more slides, I'm going to just get into it. And feel free, anyone can feel free to interject or ask questions in chat, but also you can feel free to just talk on your mic or come back on the video too if you want. Actually, I'm going to go back up here to get the link. So I disabled right before the meeting, I disabled view it on my account just so I can walk through the actual installation part too. So in the meta page here that I linked to, there's a section called script installation. All you will do, and I'll start out with the light version, just copy the text shown here, click the link that it says there that goes to your global.js page for your account. You should be logged in when you're doing this first, I should point out. And just paste that in there and save. You'll have to say okay to this pop-up. And now when I navigate to some of these example pages, the view tab will show up. I'm going to go to the first one here. So this is the light version. The images are not showing on the page right now. All it's adding is this view tab. You can see at the top here, this is view, and it has the number of search results in parentheses. So again, the main point of this tool is to be able to go beyond kind of the curation of images that you might see on like a Wikipedia article, where an article like this will only show you a single image because it's a stub article and that's what fits the layout of the image, and that's what the Wikipedia editor has selected as like the best canonical image. But if you want to see all the available images of that subject, then you can click the view tab. So with the light version, clicking view here is actually just links you off to our ToolForge tool. So it sends you to an external site where you can scroll through all the results. On this ToolForge page, which you can also navigate to yourself and just use as a search tool without having it installed, view it, there are more advanced search options. So you can search other types of properties, not all of which will be relevant to this subject, because this bird has not created other images, but you can, for example, this default view is showing everything that either depicts the subject or is in the Commons category for it. So if you wanted to do either one or the other, you could say, what are only the depictions, and that's only 2 of them that actually have that tag on it. So most of these are coming from the Commons category. We did get some feedback originally that some of the Commons editors wanted to be able to just see Commons category results without the structured data. So that option is available now as well. So this is what the light version is. And rather than going through all of these examples twice, I'm just going to leave it at that unless anybody has any questions about the light version, and I'm going to change over to the new full version. So to do that, I'm going to go back to the installation page and copy this template code again. This is the one. And I'm just gonna replace what I have currently with the, oops, I didn't copy it, but with this. Stopping you from installing both at the same time, I suppose, but you'll see why kind of the full version makes the light version sort of unnecessary, because you can also click through to the ToolForge tool from Gallery in the full version, if that's what you're interested in looking at too. Okay, so and now just to show you, I'm going to go back to this article we were looking at before, and when I refresh, you'll now see the full version installed. You can see the difference here, which is now all the images are showing on the page that I'm looking at. Just to walk through in more depth now, this full version works. Right now, the default is showing 20 images on the top of the screen. You can, if you want to expand that image carousel at the top, you can click these arrows, and then that also gives you the option to paginate. So I can click the next page button and go through all these images. I also can click the View tab here to see all these images in a gallery while still staying at Wikipedia. I can click one of these and get to the Commons image page from there. And then finally, the newest part of this is, which I don't think we really even mentioned in a lot of the announcements we were making a week ago, because it's been the editor features that we're working on. So if I click the edit button here, you'll see now all of the images have a little copy symbol, copy to clipboard symbol. So say I wanted to add one of these, all I need to do is click that button and then go to where I wanted to add it in the article and paste it in, and there it is. And that will work in the source editor as well. I'm gonna go through some different examples there to show that. Just to point out also, this is a, excuse me, this is a useful for other projects outside of English. I'm gonna open a couple of so I really like using it, the example of using for a project like Wikivoyage, because it's a project where you really want to be able to see reading about. So to me, I think this adds a lot to the just like default Wikivoyage reading experience, rather than just having these images that have been placed on the side of the page. You can, for everything that any subject that you're reading on Wikivoyage, you can see all of the images related to that topic. I like just going to Wikivoyage and just hitting random article and seeing how this was an example of a page on Wikivoyage that had no images on it, actually, which I think is pretty important if you want to travel to a place. But with View It installed, I think it like totally changes the experience, because you can kind of get a easy access to all the images that exist about that. Are we getting, see a lot of chat? Are there any questions? Should I slow down?
No, it's fine. My computer's everything's fine. We're good.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then similarly for Wikidata, I also think it adds a lot. So like this is an example of, you know, a standard item in Wikidata tends to have not more than like one representative image. So as you're you know, using Wikidata as a reader, not exactly sure, some of these are odd results coming in, but you'll have an option, you'll be able to see all of this new like visual content that kind of changes how Wikipedia looks, or Wikidata looks. One thing to point out about that, this is a query I've made of things on Wikidata, is a particular type of thing, which is just I think these are just the towns in the United States, maybe, that don't have a P18 statement, which is an image. There we go. So if I run these results are showing me names of towns, or Wikidata items for towns that don't already have images in them. So it's using a tool like View It for a thing like this is I can these and just clicking on one at random, quickly see visually like if there are already images in right now these are not popping up, but I've had good luck in the past of clicking on random ones here and seeing that there are already images in Commons for files. So forget which one I clicked on before that was successful. But I mean, you can imagine if there were images in Commons that were relevant to this subject, they would be showing up for you. So it would be obvious, even though they wouldn't be in the statement page. So it would be kind of calling out to you that there's a missing image here that you could add to the actual data on Wikidata. So having said all that, I just it's going to go through one back to Wikipedia, go through one real world example. So I've one of the work I do in my day job, I've been working with IUPUI, the university here in Indianapolis, and we've uploaded a lot of our content to Wikimedia Commons. And so I'm going to navigate to just to show you some of our newest uploads. We worked with one of our community partners, which is the Benjamin Harrison presidential site. Benjamin Harrison is a US president who's from Indiana. And so that cultural institution uploaded this over 6,000 image files to Wikimedia Commons. And you could look through all of the files on Commons and add them to Wikipedia articles. But the goal here is to be able to have this kind of like as an aid as you're editing as well. So instead of that, I'm going to go to an article relevant, which is I'm going to just pull up the article for the Benjamin Harris wife, the First Lady, which is Carolyn Harrison, Carolyn Scott Harrison. So already you can see this is an image, or this is an article that has one photo in the info box. There are a couple of other images in the article. Most of them are not actually of her. They're of one's a painting and not a photo, and then there's a couple of other images here, but there's a lot of text here that could support another image. So I'm an editor. I want to add more images. I can already see just from having the View It results at the top that there's a whole lot more images of her available already, just kind of at my fingertips in Commons. I can expand that, or I can click the gallery and see even more images here, right? So definitely I can see that it would be easy to add an image here. And now, without needing to leave English Wikipedia or search on Commons, I'm gonna just click at it here, scroll down a little bit somewhere to where I want it to be, like maybe there. Choose the image. I'm gonna add this image that I see that actually has President Harrison and their family in it, because that's kind of a different something that's not depicted in the article yet. Just gonna click the copy button there, and I'm gonna paste it in. To paste it in. And then just add a caption. First Lady Harrison. I'm doing this live. And then I'm just gonna save. I think I might actually want to make sure this is okay. Yes, left aligned. Add image. So yeah, whereas the first version of View It that came out, I think, was much more useful just for reading and browsing, and being able to click and see, like, have the visual gallery experience of seeing images. The hope is that this is definitely going to be something that's useful to editors as well. Yeah, having said all that, that's kind of the main demo we wanted to give. I'd love to open it up to any feedback. I'll just say logistically, we have we're working on a 6-month grant from the Wikimedia Foundation. The contract period wraps up on January 31st. So we wanted to be able to, like, have something to show you and launch the full version, but we have weeks left based on what feedback we get from this version that we show here to make any final tweaks or incorporate what suggestions we get. So we're definitely still looking for community feedback. So yeah, I'll open it up, or if there were any comments already coming in chat.
Dominic, this is adjacent related. I know
Sure.
we talked about using P195, which is for collection. That was like one of our earliest suggested, like, alt statements. Do you remember why we moved away from that? Was it not pulling much in the way of results? I feel like maybe that was why we moved away.
No, I don't know. Actually, it should be in there.
Okay.
I don't think that would be too difficult to add.
Okay. Never mind. I misremembered.
No, I mean, like it's a good suggestion. We should add it. We probably should have had that from
No,
the
I
beginning.
know, but like,
Yeah.
in our earliest, I want to say in like our first presentation, that was definitely one of them that we talked about. And so I wasn't sure if there was a reason, but we can add it now. So we had someone in the chat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Did you freeze?
Sorry, did I freeze up?
Yes.
In my DPLA work, we've added in P195 statements. So I know there are some out there, at least in the institution. Part of it's a lot of like properties, but until they're actually to all of the